So first of all, welcome. My name is Ricardo.
My name is Paula.
And we create this KTT podcast, Kizomba Teachers Training, connected to a project that we have that we call Kizomba Teachers Training. And we have several levels and we share a step-by-step of our methodology of teaching Kizomba. So it's a methodology that works. We are already since the year of 2000 in this quest of creating a methodology to teach Kizomba. In that process, we train our instructors. The first one, it was my brother Bruno. It was the first laboratory rat, and we test with him and his dance partner at the time to see how easy or how difficult it would be somebody that not us to reproduce this methodology. And our team starts growing as our school starts growing also, and we need to give more training, weekly training to our instructors, to our team instructors. And during that time, we were doing a kind of following up each week to know what were the things that worked good, the things that didn't work so good. And in the meantime, in 2013, at that time we were already with a very demanded schedule internationally, so we were already traveling almost every weekend to festivals around the world, and people start getting more in touch with our methodology for Kizomba because our traveling were more connected to Kizomba teaching, although we travel for salsa festivals, bachata festivals, weekends only for us, but there will start happening a lot of requests to us to share the way that we teach. A lot of people from several parts of the world wanted to create their community, create their regular group of students. Also, they wanted to start traveling to teach Kizomba, and some of them had already experienced it in other dances, but Kizomba was something quite new for them. Others were completely in blank regarding experience on teaching, so they wanted to have something like a place where they can learn all the small details, all the tips, all the important things in order to place where they can learn all the small details, all the tips, all the important things in order to don't waste so much time, because find all this material, it's possible. You need to test also. We took 10 years before we start sharing with others, but you need to go to a lot of different places. So what we made with the Kizomba Teachers Training was to compile everything that we consider that it's needed for an instructor start his journey or her journey. Of course, it's not with a training like this that you'll be completely ready, but this gives you a GPS of the route that you need to go, because like when you go out of the university, you are not ready to start immediately applying in your profession. You need to do an intern time, you need to learn how it works in real life. So you need to take your time of experience. In teaching, it's exactly the same. You will never be completely ready to teach only by theory. You need to collect the most amount of tools that you can in order that you get ready and you know how to react in certain situations, but only with the practice and with the experience you will be able to become a good instructor. And good instructor, it's mostly the result of your students, what your students achieve in order that they will reproduce the things that we have to offer as instructors. And I can tell you that with the years, we need less and less time to pass more and more information to the students. And this is not because the students are better, this is because our communication improved, because we are able to anticipate most of the struggles that the students can have due to all the experience that we have with thousands of students that already passed through our hands here in Portugal and also internationally in all the festivals and events that we travel. So we create this first group of KTT. The first group was attended by people that are very known in our scene nowadays, like Selvin and Zuleika. They were babies at that time, and it was good thing you can listen on first hand the testimonial that they gave in one of these KTT podcast talks that we had. So this is one of the ways that we will do this podcast, that is listening from the students of the KTT the ones that attended live and also the ones that attended in the online version, what were their expectation on the training, what they were trying to find, and in fact, what did they found, and also what was the process after, what they used in their hometown, what they didn't use, what was the progression on their career. So a lot of interesting talk, and for us personally, it's amazing amount of content because we collect on the first hand the result of the investment that they made in our training. And this kind of investment, it's not only about the money, but it's also mainly about the time, because most of the people need to travel, they need to let their family, they need to let their business, and they do this kind of immersion in order that they will pick up something that they were having a pain in somehow. So it's like a medicine that they want to release their pain. So it was quite interesting. But now we are entering in a mood of this podcast also to share other kind of content, things that we share also in our training, the KTT. And today we're gonna speak a little bit about the ethics inside of what is needed to be an instructor. And these ethics can be connected to the company that you are, because you can be a freelancer. And when you are a freelancer, you're gonna work with other companies, with schools, with places like gymnasiums, like associations, a lot of different possibilities. But also you can have your own business, like we have here, the ALC Dance Studios, where you have a lot of people working with you and for you. So you need to take in consideration that. And also being in the market, in a community, you will have competitors, you will have other dance studios, you're gonna have other instructors, and we're gonna share here some thoughts, some insights of how we deal this ethics in order to have a healthy environment and in order that everything grow in a good progression. But also we need to have the ethics between the co-workers. So the person that you deal every day to train, to discuss what you will do or not, and also when you are inside of the room to the real work in front of the people.